Affinity bias is the natural human tendency to gravitate toward those we perceive to be most like ourselves, and therefore away from those we perceive to be less like ourselves. Put another way, we like to hang out with people who look like us and walk like us and talk like us and think like us and act like us, and we do this for a very simple reason: to stay in our comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a psychological state where things feel safe and familiar, and you feel in control of your environment. It's a place where we experience low levels of anxiety and stress, and high levels of comfort, which is why affinity bias is so powerful. It leads to an unconscious desire to consistently seek similarity and familiarity. For example, think about the route you take to get to work. If you drive, you probably take the exact same route day after day after day. Now, think about what happens if that route is blocked and you have to take a detour. It likely causes you stress because in that moment, you have to do something that may be less similar and less familiar to you. In other words, you're being taken out of your comfort zone. Let's look at another example. Think about what happens when you go to a meeting or seminar at a new site where most of the participants are unfamiliar to you. You probably drive to the facility, park your car, and walk into the building. You enter the main meeting room. You see the presenter and a variety of people in the audience. At this point, what do? You start looking for someone you know. Why? You're seeking familiarity because familiarity breeds comfort. Now, I want to emphasize that there is nothing wrong with finding a safe space for yourself where you can feel comfortable. However, think about what happens when affinity bias manifests itself in the workplace. For example, how might affinity bias affect employee recruitment, employee interviewing, and the employee selection process? How might it impact decision-making when it comes to promotions, employee development, the assembly of work teams, and the assignment of work? How might an unconscious desire to surround ourselves with similarity and familiarity impact people who are responsible for recruiting, interviewing, hiring, evaluating, mentoring, and leading? It makes us more likely to surround ourselves with people who look like us, walk like us, talk like us, think like us, and act like us, which means we may inadvertently omit highly qualified individuals simply because they take us out of our comfort zone. Thank you for checking out my video on affinity bias. If you found it helpful, please like, subscribe, share, and look out for future videos that will help us build powerful connections.